Hello, today we will talk about the mysteries of the mind and the body. As future psychologists believe that the mind has a supernatural and often inexplicable power even for use who want to dedicate our lives trying to understand the different capacities of the mind.
In the same way, I was a physical educator teacher who also know that the body has unimaginable abilities that sometimes stand out beyond what we call normal.
That is why we will start talking about some experience that we have had and that we have known where the body and the mind go beyond what we might think they can do.
I'm going to start talking about the power of the body. On multiple occasions, I have heard stories of the mother who, in traffic accident, the children are left behind vehicles and then, without apparent explanation, are able to lead them to save their children. Although these stories speaks of our body abilities to generate enough adrenaline and norepinephrine to allow us to react superhumanly to survive. Going a little more in the power of the body, behind my experience throughout my life and my career, I have seen many colleagues with skills that other people doesn't have. Some have the ability to breathe for a long time under the water, even when medically after a certain time it becomes harmful. I had another partner whose knees had a different shape and allowed him to cushion jumps from get higher without generate fractures or loss in the joint fluids. Speaking of the power of the mind, I live the experience of walking on nails in the ground in the Sikwani indigenous community, who prepare us to do so as a part of a show of strength of our mind controlling pain. Other important experience for me about the power of the mind in other occasion when I was 12 years old, I started to have dreams about the same thing one and again and again. Time to time, in my dream, I saw a woman who showed me picture of different person and say me that this person will one day become important to me. In the next years, I met these people in different circumstances. Other times, I had dreams about the school, and all my day, when I woke up in the next morning, I had a deja vu because in my dream, I dreamed everything since I arrived to school, with my mom give me the breakfast, I will talk with my friends, what I will do, and I think it was the first time I felt surprised of what the mind of myself could do, and I'm surprised very much because all I had dreamed happened that day, and that was my first experience with the deja vu, and that is important because the deja vu and the dreams that I had show me different realities of the life in that moment.
In the area of health work in which I work, good doctor and parents affect on certain occasions that the mind can influence the evolution of a tumor or something similar. However, scientifically they have focused on the matter until they arrive at the point where the mind does it. It doesn't count and the spirit doesn't exist. But it shows be nothing that the evidence on the influence of the mind on the body is extensive. There will no placebo even that is defined as that physiological or psychological, responsive to a medication tablet, injection, or even a surgical intervention that cannot be attributed to the properties of the given treatment. So it deals with the parents' belief in the death of infections. Recently, I had a parent in the hospitalage service who had served this as a diagnostic. But there was one in particular that generated intense pain in the anal area. The doctor indicates many analgesics, but the reference that was not eliminated, and that persists with pain. Until that, we managed to administer morphine in low dose and the indication that with the medication, if the intense pain happening to him, I gave to administer morphine in low doses, and that indicates that with the medication, if the intense pain happening to him, I get to the point where every day he requires to have morphine due to the pain. So the doctor milked the placebo effect on that saline was taken in a 10 ml syringe, and the patient was told that it was a medicine to calm his pain, and he never administered more pain when administering the placebo effect. A clear example of how our mind can influence our.
Other experience for me about the power of the mind is that something strange happens with a friend of my mother, because through dreams she can somehow predict the long-term future. Just talk to the person she dreams of, who are people close to her or who she knows. One of the close person of the friend of my mom told her that the things that the friend of her dreamed and told her in the past happened. Not in totally, but if much of what being dreamed for her happened. It's similar to, so when people dream it about when they, I don't know, a airplane um, have an accident, and in some days happened. Our experience about the power of the body and the mind.